What's going on, guys? It's Selna Kim, America's face of dating, and today we're going to be talking about some behaviors that guys do on the first date, or not even on the first date, but when you're first talking to a girl that causes the girl to really lose interest in you. And so, really, why this is coming up is that I don't have a particular email that I'm going to go through today or a question that I'm going to answer, but this is more along the lines of that I got like, I think like 10 or 11 messages and emails this week about guys who they just got their first kiss with a girl. And like some of these guys, they're in their 30s, right? Some of these guys, I know one of them specifically, he's been so focused on his business and I've been helping him with his business. He's making like $30,000 a month right now. He's doing pretty well, right? He's doing all right. And so he was so focused on his business that he didn't even take, he's like in his 30s now, he didn't take any time for himself to even focus on like his romantic life, his love life. And now that he's making that amount of money, he's like, maybe I should go back and start focusing on actually talking to girls. And so he came to me again, and that's what we're working on now. But he goes on a date and he says like he DM me, he's like, dude, like I've never done this before. Like I've never had a girl want to kiss me before. Right? And she grabbed me and just pulled me in and kissed me. He said he's never felt any feeling like it before in his life. And like, I know some of you guys may be like, holy shit, like these guys are in their 30s and they're getting their first kiss in their 30s. Like, isn't that like a little late? But here's the thing is like, we should not be hating on Team SK. Like, we should be supporting these guys because what we're about here is we're about results. Okay? We're not about this fluff and this bullshit and like sugarcoating and rainbows and unicorns. We're talking about results here. And the fact is, like, these guys have never had a feeling, had an experience like that in their life, and now they're having it. There are people out in their life, there are people out there right now in the world who are in their 40s and 50s and 60s, and they've never had that experience before. Isn't that crazy? There's people out there right now that have never felt what it's like to date or even kiss or even hold hands, the most basic thing of all time, with a girl who they really, really like, and to have her be as interested, if not even more interested in them. There's guys out there that will never feel that throughout their entire lives. Isn't that, to me, that just breaks my heart. That's sad to me. That there are people out there who will never experience that feeling of liking somebody that you really, really like and having them like you back as equally, if not even more, than you like them. There's people out there that will never feel that. And that's why I'm here, is because I really want to change that. I want to help bring people the results that they are wanting to attract those people, those women, even if you're a girl on Team SK, even those guys into your life that you really, really are into, that are into you back. And so what we're going to be going over today, I have some notes here. And what these guys are going through, they said, is that their question really was, it was common. So they got the first kiss, right? They got the first kiss on the date. But the problem, they said, is that they've been witnessing over the past like week or two after the first date some cancellations, some excuses that are popping up. These girls are basically they're they're acting like they weren't as interested in them as they were before, and these guys want to know like what's really going on with that. So we got them the first kiss, but there's so much more work to do beyond that. It's not just about the kiss, right? It's actually going forward with the steps. Like getting a kiss, like that's pretty basic, to me at least. To a lot of people, it's not basic, but what you realize is that after you get the first kiss, there's always a next level, right? It's the same with business. It's the same with life. It's even like a video game in a way where it's like you've been striving for this one level. Like maybe you've been striving to get a kiss, and then once you get there, you're like, I just hit the beginning. Like there's so much more. There's so much more to this, right? And so that's what these guys are going through right now. They're like, dude, like I got the kiss now. Like I want more now. Like I want maybe a relationship. I want to sleep with her. Like, I want to fuck her 3 girls at a time. Like, whatever the goal is here, I'm not judging. It's just they've learned that there's more steps beyond this, and they're experiencing some problems right now, getting ghosted, and they want to know what really is going on. And so I picked apart these emails, and I looked at like some of like the most common things that these guys are doing that you guys may be even doing too, and you don't even know it, that are causing the girl to be turned off during the date and not really want to go on a second one with you. And let's talk about like some common mistakes that men make. Like I said, I have some notes right here. And the first one is that this is really, really simple, but it's really, really big at the same time. And that is when you do kiss her, are you pulling back first? Are you pulling back from the kiss first when you do kiss her? especially for the guys. Could you imagine the guy who's really, really into a girl and he finally kisses her? Do you think that he's going to want to pull back and stop kissing her? No, because he's constantly fearing that he's never going to be able to kiss this girl again. That's why he wants to stand there and kiss her as long as possible. I've talked to many guys that are like that. They're just like, dude, like, like I want to get as much as I can while I got it, because they're already expecting to lose it, right? And if you're expecting to lose it, then you're going to want to kiss her for as long as possible, as you're going to hold that moment for as long as possible. But you have to, in dating and in romance and in life, you have to be willing to let something go for it to really, really come back and choose you. And that's what's very, very critical to especially dating here, is that when you pull back from the kiss first, if you're basically making that person wonder, like, oh, like, what did my breath stink, or like, did he not like the kiss? Like, was it not good enough? And when you pull back from the kiss first, it's called 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Okay? And what's really important about that is that you're going 2 steps forward, so you're making out with them, and then you pull back. When you pull back, it makes them want it again. It makes them miss it. It makes them miss that feeling that you guys were just sharing. So when you come back and try to kiss them again, then they're more open to it. You can take it a little bit further. Okay? And especially when you're on a date with a girl, when you kiss her and pull back, then she's like, holy shit, like, he's not clingy, he's not needy, he's not gonna like try to like kiss me for as long as possible. Like, now I want him to do that more. He's proved to me that he's not clingy and needy. That's very, very important for the first date. Another one, this is very, very major. Are you on the date asking for a second one? So while you're on the date, this is commonly what I preach here, is that most guys, when they're on the date, like, let's say like you go out with her like on a Saturday or a Sunday, like let's say like a Saturday, then most guys, while they're on the date with her on Saturday, they start talking about like, oh, like, can you go out with me? Like, are you free Tuesday? Like, are you free Wednesday? Like I'm doing this on Wednesday. Like, would you like to come with me? And like, they're already planning the second date on the first date. And what's bad about that is that, number one, it leaves her no mystery, because she can't wonder about you. She's like, oh my God, like, it's important. And where I'm going with this is that it's important with mystery that you let her wonder about you, okay? It's important that you give her the space to miss you, to talk to her friends about you, to build up that curiosity. She's going to be thinking, it's almost like the kiss, where it's like you pull back after the date. If you don't ask her for a second date on the first date, then she's going to go home, and especially if she had a really, really good time, she's going to be thinking, am I ever going to see him again? Like, I had such a great connection with this guy that I've never had with anyone else, but he hasn't texted me. Like, he hasn't texted me after the date and told me he had a really, really great time. Like, he's not like other guys that are doing that, are blowing up my phone. And so it makes her talk to her friends. She's like, what do you think he's thinking, guys? Like Carly, like, you're dealing with the same thing with this one guy. Like, what do you think that they're thinking? Like, should I reach out? Like, should I text him? Like, why isn't he texting me? And here's the kicker, is that the entire time that they're talking about you, her attraction for you is rising, because people will only talk about somebody who must have value, right? That's why you must give her space after the date to miss you, to actually build those feelings of attraction for you. That's why you never bring up on the first date. Your focus on the first date should be to have such a great time with her, and then just let her go. Because if you just focus on the right things, like having a great time with her and doing just the basic shit right, then she's going to go home and be like, damn, I've never had a date like that in my entire life. So I have to hit this guy up again. Like, I have to reach out to him and at least see, like, if he's interested in me. Like, I got to do it so we can get another date. And so those are really, really big mistakes that most guys are making on the first date. If you want me to make another video like this with more mistakes, but these are like the common ones that I saw throughout the email that the guys were making that are very, very important for your dating life that you do not do specifically. And so if you need help, make sure to jump into my online class. I'm literally teaching guys from across the world, thousands of guys, how to win their dream girl, how to get the kiss with any girl. That's like the basic stuff. The least amount that people have gotten from this program is like the kiss from their crush, right? Like, that's like the least amount. Most of these guys are jumping into relationships now just because they went through the videos, went through the articles, they were committed students, and now they're actually dating the woman of their dreams. And that's all I've wanted. And so if you want to be one of those guys or girls, then jump into that program and really check out those articles and those videos. And there's even a free trial right now. So you might as well just go hop in there and check out the free content in there, because you're not going to get anything like it anywhere else. And so I'm Selna Kim, America's Face of Dating. I'll see you next time.